Next, I would like to invite Dr. Eija-Riitta Korhola, Delegate of the Consultative Commission on Industrial Change, and also she is a member of the ICEF Steering Committee. She will introduce the ICEF2017 statement, which was delivered from the ICEF Steering Committee to the world. At the closing session of the ICEF annual meeting, we had last month. Dr. Korhola.
Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to say that I appreciate this Japanese ICEF initiative by Prime Minister Shinzo Abe very much, and I'm happy to be a member of its steering committee. The name says it all. It's about being innovative, harnessing our best technologies, our free thinking academics and technicians, whilst maintaining competitiveness on world markets. The reason for my excitement is that as a former member of the European Parliament, I have a long history with COP meetings and the legislation related. I've even written a doctoral thesis on the Kyoto process and our climate strategy in the EU, and became quite familiar with its unintended consequences. During these years, I have had a chance to follow Japanese climate approach, and I learned to appreciate the pragmatic, technology-driven and results-driven emphasis they always have. Once again, with ICEF, it's evident. Within a few years, it has established itself as one of the globally leading energy and climate meeting. We had great attendance this year. And again, when it comes to the statement of ICEF Steering Committee on net zero CO2 emissions, it's clear that they cannot be reached without technological innovations. According to the current scientific understanding, net zero CO2 emissions are needed. It is the starting point. ICEF emphasizes that the global community should pursue this goal together with other goals described in Sustainable Development Goals, such as poverty, alleviation, economic growth. Such as economic growth and energy access as articulated in the UN 2030 agenda. Why is it so important to mention? Today, around 1.2 billion people worldwide are without access to electricity. Do we accept that poverty? I think we shouldn't. Even if it might sound climate friendly, we shouldn't promote a low energy civilization because it means the poor paying still the price. A high energy but low carbon world is required to fulfill the 17 UN global goals, which could be taken best to express the general public good. We stress the importance of technology innovation. Innovation can contribute to job creation and economic development. Some possibilities are listed here. First, through reducing energy demand by deploying new technologies such as the Internet of Things. Second, through expanding use of zero-emission technologies such as efficient use of renewables and nuclear power. Third, by accelerating the diffusion of advanced low-carbon products and promoting the use of infrastructure utilizing low-carbon technologies. And fourth, by supporting financial and social innovation as well as international cooperation. Personally, I'm happy every time when nuclear is mentioned in a COP meeting, and now I did it myself. Forgetting nuclear has been one of the fundamental flaws of COP culture and partly explains the weak results. Promotion of social innovation is needed too. One of the IoT, EA, and the big data affects energy systems as well as social behavior. Emerging new technologies are expected to be widely used in the future, not just to save energy, but to reform our social systems. This topic was widely discussed at ICEF meeting this year. The industrial sector is key for innovation and its diffusion. We should recognize that the role of the industrial sector in reducing emissions is not limited to production processes only, but also includes transboundary diffusion of eco-products. It's therefore important to accelerate industrial sector actions. Finally, in this last point we stress that a holistic system is needed in accelerating innovation. To further accelerate dissemination of market-ready technologies, a systems approach, especially with regard to appropriate market design, is necessary. Otherwise, we end up with unintended consequences. Holistic system is not just seeing the consequences. In addition to research and development activities, human resource development and investment are also required. It should be emphasized that a large-scale transformation of the energy system will also contribute to promoting sustainable development. Thank you very much.